Welcome to the Reunion Podcast, a fictional, imaginative story about an aging Beatles fan. Widlowski attended a wake for his past friend and met Abby, a singer in the Abby and the Roadkill band. When a bandmate addressed her as Your Majesty, Widlowski understood whom Abby sharply reminded him of. Abby persuaded Widlowski to tell her about Her Majesty of the past. There they were, an antique good news box of Savoy truffle chocolates.
Why you needed this box of chocolates so damn hard?
A bold spot at your crown shines for a bit.
You grandmaster of changing the subject?
Wakes, what a good awful tradition.
When Widlowski looked up, Drug was gone, his chair empty.
B flat. You're a roadkill. Being flat should be easy.
Ha! You got to give the other fella hell?
You and your friends always wear all black. Did I miss the funeral?
It was a wake.
Oh, sorry.
Live and let die.
No.
Na zdravi,
Russia?
Zagorian.
She leaned in as if to kiss him.
You okay, Your Majesty?
No worries. Sorry. The band checking in on me.
Your Majesty?
No relation to the Queen.
You just reminded me of...
Of whom?
The girl suddenly turned to him, pulled something out of the large pocket in her white apron, and showed it to him. And what a photo it was!
She asked me if I know who this is. I said, he's the Atlas. She laughed and said, the Beatles.
Widlowski told Abby about meeting and falling in love with Beata many years ago in communist Zagoria. Abby encouraged him to go back and visit Zagoria, trying to find his old friends and Her Majesty.
Druk started to introduce her to me, but there was no need. I immediately recognized her as that girl Beata at the Pioneer Parade. I'd die of embarrassment if she knew that the half of the photo was still in my suitcase right here. A newspaper on the floor stated the Beatles breakup. I was sitting on the floor in front of a massive reel-to-reel tape recorder, cutting out parts of magnetic tape with scissors, then gluing some pieces together with acetone. I was trying to make a tape of something like the Beatles' Commandments.
You're free to go. But she isn't. Not until the Beatles reunite.
And that was it. She was gone.
You never wrote to each other?
I did, but she never answered. This is a stage design for my play Reunion. I staged it to try to trick the goddamn Zagorian bureaucrats.
Widlowski gestured to the stage model Reunion minus ENO equals reunion minus 1 equals ruin.
Whoa there! Take it easy.
Come on, let's go back upstairs.
Why? So you can throw yourself out the window again.
No, so I can pack.
Widlowski has started to visit his old friends from the Schmiedels cover band, and, most importantly, met Beata.
Jesus, son of Christ. What happened to you? You look like you fell into a grave.
She's with him.
She's with whom? And who's she? That's crazy.
You knew.
Widlowski spared no effort to persuade his friends for a reunion concert, and succeeded to rekindle a little bit of romance with Beata. She saw his half of the old photo inside a plastic sleeve, with John and George on a boat in a river.
Stop looking at me like that.
I never thought I'd be lucky enough to hear that again.
Oh, shut up. This is crazy, right?
Drug slid into the booth, looking longingly at Jana, Jean, and Adam before he looked out at Ladislav, Beata, and Widlowski. Looking at the cops, Widlowski inserted the diabolic tritone intro and the signature riff from Purple Haze, but then finished with the outro of the end of the line. Widlowski and his friends figured out how to blackmail Haritonov and decided to stage the reunion concert of the Schmiedels against all odds.
Bullshit, Gene. Drug was super evasive about the box. He knew one thing your enemies cannot do. They can't betray you. Only your friends can. So guys, you know I'm headed to the airport, giving up on winning back Her Majesty and this concert idea. But how about we do the exact opposite?
That's my man Widlowski.
Inside of the concert hall now looked like the Chervona Square, was slowly moving towards the stage, looking for Her Majesty. She, too, was expectantly looking back toward the entrance when she saw a photo in his hand, which was actually a half. She took out its second half, and they put the pieces together to make whole that old photo of the Beatles. As the Beatles started to sing Back in the USSR, sounding weirdly similar to Schmeedles, a commotion appeared in the whole Chervona Square in front of them. Harihara saw the freedom-inspiring photo, and the crowd took him to Yama and his four-headed dogs. Wydlowski slipped it into the tape recorder from the opposite reverse side. Pushing the play button, he took a deep breath in anticipation. Beata smiled as she watched him press a button, and after a long pause, Her Majesty began to play.